Update 44 has finally dropped for Balloons Tower Defense 6, and a brand new tower has dropped with it. The Mermonkey Tower, along with the Dream Skin of Psy, and balance changes, which some of them are a lot left to be desired. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to say that right now. Like Geraldo, once again, keeps getting nerfed. But you're not here to hear me ramble about certain balance changes. You're here about 2 tower chimps and a particular Mermonkey tower in the name of the final Harmonic. Today we're going to present ourselves with a 2 tower chimps involving the Glaive Lord and the final Harmonic. Our first video covering the Mermonkey on the channel, and let's get ourselves going with this particular setup, because what the final Harmonic has is very, very unique. Or when it says unique, it's very good when it comes to towers or particular statuses when they give continuous damage, such as, let's say, a glue gunner, for example, which could also provide a certain theme. And yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting, let's just say that. Now, the Mermonkey is amphibious, so you can put it on either the land or the sea, but you do get extra range and +1 damage, and I'm not too sure if it gets any more pierce when it's in the waters, but it's always better to put the Mermonkey in the water. So let's say here it provides a certain amount of range, but in the waters, as you can tell, the amount of range that the Mermonkey has increases as you put them in the water, which is what we're doing. And I went through the effort of unlocking all 5 tier 5. So all 3 tier 5. Oh, for goodness sakes. Now, the reason why I've chosen the 205 rather than the 025 is because of the tier 1 upgrade, Trident Efficiency. Accumulation to local water density allows Mermonkey to attack faster with all attacks, which also includes the alluring melody, the symphonic resonance, and the final harmonic, which means that the calling of the distractions to those particular balloons will appear more frequently. Echo sense position, obviously very good. Gonna get ourselves Glaive Ricochet first, though, so that we can do more than just what our previous upgrade gave us otherwise. Round 15, pink balloons. Not a problem whatsoever. I will be covering all 3 tiers of the Mermonkey on the channel at some point, but I am starting with the final Harmonic because it's looking to be a cross path, honestly, which is quite good when it comes to 2 megapops, when it comes to supporting another Mermonkey, let's say that. So you put 4 of them in a corner somewhere where they're not going to attack, whereas the 5th one, which is you're using for your 2 megapops, is going to be the one in which is going to do all the damage. Although I'm just going to say this right now, I wonder if this is going to pair quite well with, let's say, a glue gunner, where that does a low amount of damage if you just stick it with oh god, on the second upgrade of the tier, sorry, the top half of the tier 2. I'm mixing up my words now. That's what happens when you have a family outing on the day of release of this game, along with work in the morning. So Echosense Network, they don't need to be in range of one another, but of course with the top cross path, it's more favorable to have it nearby a tower if you want it to have more pierce, which for some towers is going to be very important when it comes to doing a 2 megapops, or it goes out from important to being very, very handy. Round 27, we're going to get ourselves some more glaives next, and after that we're going to get ourselves some alluring melody, and then the symphonic resonance. I really like this tower, actually. It's a magic aquatic monkey, so therefore it's not like a hero or a military tower where It's some of the only ones which you can put in the water, and yes, it's also the case where you can put a land tower on water if you have a middle path ice tower. But this, with the tier 5 of this, I've heard, is the opposite, where you can put water towers such as a submarine or a buccaneer or a shark from the beast handler cross-pathing, and you're able to put them on land. So, in some essence, you're able to do an Orca 2 Megapops on a map like Monkey Meadow, for example. Let's go Trident Efficiency. We've got Trident Swiftness because it's on the same cross path as this, but I hope to be able to do that. I guess we'll need both if we're going to get through this scenario. Round 33. Oh gosh, you can't call it a guide anymore if we don't have 100% success throughout the entirety of your entire run. We've got ourselves a luring melody, and then next up we're going to get the Symphonic Resonance, which I hope to get before round 40. By the way, these portraits in which each of the Mermonkeys have are quite grand, I'm not going to lie. Like, this looks really grim, going towards the more darker depths of the oceans. Like, this belongs in the deepest, darkest depths of hell. This one is a very sea/Greek-like origins, and this one plays part of that kind of tale where the sailors get lost in the oceans and then they hear the call of a mermaid. And I like the fact that all three Mermonkeys have got this different kind of path that they go towards, and actually all three different cross paths have very different uses, rather than, let's say, each of them are just, well, a different version of another. So let's say, for example, let's say with a Boomerang, all of them are really catered towards a lot of damage in different ways. So Glaive Lord, obviously very good against ceramics and certain metal class balloons. And then we also have the Permacharge, which is probably the most balanced tower in the game, I'm not gonna lie. Does a lot of things great, but can't detect camo on its own. Alluring Resonance is up and running. So this has a little bit of a cooldown, but if it wasn't for the first upgrade on the tier 1 crossbar, then this would be a lot harder to perform, I'm not going to lie. So hopefully we can do this. So obviously, as you can tell, every single time in which the Amoa class balloon is within the radius of this, I'm not too sure what this is called, the corals of the Symphonic Resonance or something along those lines, because the corals do open up and a pearl does reveal itself, where if you click this, then it goes back to the point of origin. So let's say the Symphonic Resonance, if you click this once, then you can move the pearl or the coral, wherever it is, to a different position. Once you go to the final Harmonic, then you can deploy this anywhere throughout the map, but in Symphonic Resonance you can only deploy it within the radius of the Symphonic Resonance Mermonkey. But what's really cool about Symphonic Resonance is that when they are within the sphere of influence of this attack or this distraction, any camo balloons become decamified, which is going to be incredibly important for this run here. So you probably think to yourselves, well, the Bad is an incredibly healthy balloon here. You know, it's got a lot of HP, and the Glaive Lord on its own doesn't really do a lot of damage against the Bad. Like, if you pair with Ultra Boost, obviously it does enough damage towards it. But this all comes down to the Tier 3 upgrade. Magically detonating all damage over time effects and disrupting balloon movement. Well, it can't do the disrupting balloon movement to the Bad, because obviously it can't be altered in any ways aside from being able to do more damage against it. But the magically detonating of damage over time effects, that is something in which is going to be very important here. Round 50, we've got this coming up here, so call you into the sphere of our Symphonic Resonance. And obviously, the more targets in which there are, the more likely is it's going to spawn out. And obviously, once they do become a ceramic, well, they're finished thanks to the more glaives. So there goes this round here. This is a pretty good spot for it, not going to lie, but we're definitely going to move it about at some points throughout the game. I'm thinking of like round 95, round 99. We don't want this to trigger at any given point in time, especially like when we're up against DDTs. We want it to only trigger when the DDTs transpire. What's really cool about the final Harmonic, because it buffs heroes as well with improved range and cooldowns. But the hero that I want to do a 2-tower chimps with when it comes to like, well, doing a 2-tower chimps with, they reduced the ball of light duration in which Adora casts. Like, okay, we got Geraldo here, in which Ninja Kiwi has once again said, no, Geraldo is too powerful. We're going to need to nerf him again. And then now, within like the past few updates, they have nerfed Adora again. Adora was perfectly fine for where she was. Like some upgrades, I'm like, or some buffs, I'm like, that's pretty good, you know. I like the fact that Alternate Balloons round now has preset rounds until round 140 when that ends. Like that's a good change. And I think like the Pirate Lord now has 6 hooks on it rather than having 3. That's a brilliant change. But some changes I'm just so flabbergasted by when it comes to scenarios. It's like obviously I'm not at Ninja Kiwi, so I don't know what's going on there. We could get the final Harmonic here, but we're not going to. We want the Glaive Lord as soon as possible. But some changes I do kind of am in bewilderment by, because why on earth was that change made? Also, why on earth is this going much more smoothly now? This didn't go smoothly the last time around. Can we do it? I just needed to... I needed to grab another time. That's what it was. And we once again did... Well, this time we did even worse than the other time. So perhaps we need to grab it as soon as the other... Well, when the Moab appears on this round here. Let's see. This round... Yeah, it's probably better if I don't activate it while the ceramics are there. Let's see. Grab this around here. It does have a little bit of a cooldown, not going to lie. So grab that there. And then hopefully activates again. There we go, it activates again. That's what we needed actually. That 4th activation of the Symphonic Resonance circle here. Camo rainbows, but thanks to the fact that this decamouflies balloons, we don't need to worry about them. And also the fact now that we have Glaive Lord, we don't have to really too much worry about if they do become decamouflied or not. So we're in a very good spot now, and our final upgrade is soon at hand here. But what the final Harmonic also does is gives magic monkeys nearby extra pierce. But this is, in 2 of the 3 cross paths, it provides support for other monkeys, which is really cool. And also like the fact that they're kind of wobbled and warped, so these become affected, and I love the fact that they're also in the the upgrade icons of them as well, which is pretty nice. I really like the aesthetics of the Mermonkey. I think each and every single one of them does fit their kind of personalities quite well. This is very dark and grim, underwater, deepest depths of the dark oceans. This is I've already talked about it, but you get what I mean. It's like, I like each of these cross paths for different reasons. And this is another thing as well. It's like having them within the radius of a Symphonic Resonance, which means that they are within a particular spot for longer. Now the question is this a good supporting tower for 2 Mega Pops? And because of the damage it does, I'm just going to say no. Because of the fact that it also takes into account, especially the fact now we've got Shred. This is actually going to do some decent damage. Like, its damage comes from the fact that the Shred effect is applied from the Glaive Lord itself. And that's going to be the key on round 100 here. The Shred effect. Round 64, a bunch of Moabs, finishing off with some fortified Moabs, and that's all good. One thing I've heard about on update 44 is if you use the Rejuve potion from Geraldo, not only does it restore abilities, it restores his entire shop including rejuve abilities. So if you have enough money, you can just put down well, not unlimited, but as many shooty turrets, as many Jerry's fires, as many cooldowns of abilities as you possibly can. I saw some post up on the Balloons Tower Defense 6 index of a 23 megapop scenario, like where you get to 140 and you have like 2 megapops. I saw someone literally do that with Droldo with the new bug in place. Pretty swell. I don't really want to show that, to be honest, because it's not really what Ninja Kiwi intended, and yeah, we're not going to go with that particular showing. Like, probably other content creators will show that. And when it comes to like the accessibility of being able to show coverage of like a new update, I'm always at a huge disadvantage because I live within the continent of Europe, or more importantly in the UK, but it's in the same geographical area, similar. So for those in Asia, you're definitely at an advantage. In the Americas, you're definitely at an advantage. If you're like me in the Europes or in the Africas, you are asleep unless you have a very I don't say warped sleep pattern, but if you stay up for like 3 a.m. or something along those lines, then definitely. But I'm not one of those people who has like a night shift or stays up at night a lot, so I have a more well, you wake up when it's sunlight, you go to bed when it's dark, but of course, as we are internet dwellers, we kind of skew away from that natural cycle. We can afford the final harmonic, and this is pretty cool, this portrait, I'm not gonna lie, with the notes surrounding, with the sound waves echoing, with the fact that this Mermonkey is pink in multiple shades, and the tail is still blue. Also, the trident has love hearts, so there's definitely an attraction vibe towards it when it comes to the effects and all that jazz. But I think when it comes to Two Towers Chimps, I'm not going to lie, the final harmonic has the least amount of attributes that will contribute aside support. So the other tower has to be an incredibly powerful tower that can pop all kinds of targets in order to get through their scenario. And I did try a Wizard Lord Phoenix scenario, but that just got stopped on round 62 because your Mermonkey can only do so much when it comes to all of the purples if you're trying to do the final harmonic. It's a very calming sound in which the final harmonic makes. It's sort of like my voice, but obviously not as calming. It's still very calming. And this music as well is also very calming. I like the calming music of Winter Nights Chilled. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Winter Nights Chilled. It's a very calming music for a game that sometimes is otherwise completely chaotic. It's a perfect duality in some cases, from losing to a yellow balloon to letting a fortified DT pass through. It's soothing. And knowing the fact that we will be up against fortified DTs at some point, this music shall prepare us for such scenarios. Round 80 brings us to the not the fortified ZMG, the regular ZMG. And here we shall face off against our most worthy adversaries so far. But like with all of our previous adversaries, it falls to the tune of the final harmonic. I wonder what the paragon of a Mermonkey is going to be like in years to come. Although I'm just going to say this out loud, we've already got artwork of the Mermonkey paragon. It's called Sam from Ninja Kiwi in the Update 44 coming soon trailer. Like I think like Update 44 and just put Sam's posture in it. Nightmares. But wonderful nightmares. Oh, dreams. No way you're going to escape my grasp. You're going straight into the spin cycle here. Goodness sakes. The final harmonic spell here is like a washing machine. You just see the clothes go all around and around and around. They try to get away, but in some cases, they enter the cycle again. And also thanks to that, we're doing continuous damage against them because of the fact we do have the Glaive Lord. We are doing very well. I'm not too sure how this actually fares in a 2 megapop scenario. Is it actually possible with the final Harmonic? Because the other 2 crossbars are definitely possible with a 2 megapop scenario, but the final Harmonic is more of a supporting tower, and you rely on another tower in order to do like continuous damage in order for this to have an actual chance at doing damage. I'm not too sure actually. Like, could you really pair it with, like, say, a glue gunner, and that glue gunner hopefully is just like a 2-3-0 where it's able to provide that continuous damage over time, but the alluring melody is able to provide, well, take advantage of that exploit and be able to use it as damage for itself. I'm not too sure, but you don't want something that does too much damage. So let's say Shred from Glaive Lord. That's very unreliable because obviously this does far more damage. Same as round 85, just with more than 2, being 4, and more than twice the RBE because of how the balloons progress over time. Here we go, here we go. I think that's one of them taken care of. Now that's 2. Oh gosh, all 4 CMGs. Just their innards now. And there they go. Round 80. Yeah, so round 33 at the moment was the only one that gave us a little bit of trouble just because we didn't have Trident Swiftness. Baby, you spin right round in my final harmonic tune cycle. Water fire balloons, you don't stand a chance. There's no differences in the Glaive Lord in comparison to update 43. Those stats remained unchanged. Like the I think the bottom the bottom Boomerang received some changes. I wasn't sure. I didn't see that one really like enough to see if it was like a positive or negative change. Like, I briefly went through the patch notes, and I'm just really disappointed about the Gerardo and Adora change, to be honest. Fortified Moabs. Normally this would be very, very scary of a round, but not when you have a tower that pulls from within the wash cycle. Speaking of the wash cycle, we are on the waters. Very ideal spot, honestly, on Cubism. Round 93, we got more DDTs to encounter here. Obviously, this does have a pierce cap as to how many Moabs it can be pulled in at any given point in time. So that's something to be wary of. Definitely round 95 is going to be a very, very important round because obviously the Glaives that orbit the Glaive Lord can pop camo balloons by default, and the fact that the Inferno Ring's Fireball was apparently a bug all this time where it could pop camo balloons, because now Ninja Kiwi's fixed it so that the Inferno Ring requires camo detection to pop camo balloons. Very, very interesting to say the least. Was that always a feature, or was it something that Ninja Kiwi couldn't possibly fix as time went on? Okay, so round 95, what I do want is this to be over here so that it doesn't affect these small camo balloons, but it does affect the DETs when they clamber over here. Just like so. You'll be able to affect some of these, but not all of them at any given point in time. Oh. Perhaps I need some slight adjustments to our position there. So perhaps a little bit closer to the bottom of the map here. Still, I wanted to just affect the DTs. That's what I wanted to affect, just the DTs. Could affect Moabs, but I definitely wanted to be put within the spin cycle. Ooh, yes, we've got it, we got the round. We got the positioning of the spin cycle. I'm calling this the spin cycle of a washing machine. We're going to put it on that spin cycle, and we're going to put it at 40 degrees. Sailors beware, by the way, as this is the Mermonkey, which lures those poor sailors to their unfortunate demise. Or in this case, poor Moabs. Still, these Moabs deserve their fate because of the fact that they exist. Round 96 going very well here. There we go, round 97, fortified 0Gs. Let's see now, where do I want this? I want you to be close to the Glaive Lord, so the glaives always impact them. That's pretty nice. Sometimes you can kind of perma-stall them. I do wonder though if they're within the spin cycle a bit less because they are bigger Mario class balloons, but maybe I'm just hallucinating at this given point in time. Okay, we're going to move you back to where the final harmonic is. Put you back on that spin cycle. Have you ready? There's a bit of a delay to it, which is actually quite good, so you can't always instantly spam these out like the Beast Handler was when it initially released when it comes to moving the pets along. Okay, there goes round 97. Round 98. The biggest round in the entire game. As they all put on that spin cycle. Not a worry at all, as they will definitely be put on 2 different spin cycles. The other one being the Glaive Lord's orbital here. There's no way in which they can get past our defenses, so no. But fortified super ceramics, no way, Jose, do they stand a chance against our might here. Gosh, that spin cycle is very powerful. I love this tower. I love the final harmonic. It's such a great supporting tower. Okay, so we're going to put you there now. We're going to turn auto start off because I do want to change your positioning here a bit differently so that once again we're only affecting the fortified DDTs, although we do have the Moabs to consider on this round. So perhaps it's a good spot, maybe it's not a good spot. We'll find out because these fortified DDTs are a little bit oh my god, they're still within range. And that's pretty good. That's real good. That's pretty good. Okay. Oh, this is where the real magic is going to happen here. Look at this damage counter. Look as it's going to go up. So, that's got the shred ability. It's getting... That's 20,000 damage right there. 30,000 damage. Just because of the bad. And the shred effect in which the Glaive Lord is giving to them. Now that's some powerful support right there. I'm not too sure if this was intentional, but that is incredibly bizarre to say the least. Obviously not 2 megabots with the Glaive Lord, but that is such a good run right there. Utterly brilliant. I love that. I really like the final harmonic. I'm really looking forward to delving into the other 2 cross paths. It took a bit of time in order to get the final harmonic up and running because of the fact that, well, you obviously have to play the game a little bit in order to unlock all of the tier 5 towers, just like with every other tower in the game. And I know that from other people's experiences, you can very quickly get it by playing Moab Madness, which I didn't know was the easy way of getting all the pops required in order to unlock the Mermonkey in the first place. Rather than being on a quest like you did with the, I think it was actually the, yeah, it was the Beast Handler. That's actually how you unlock the Beast Handler, which we probably thought was a similar thing, but obviously not. So Mermonkeys, no mere monkeys, Super Dark, obviously that's been around for some time now. I'm pretty cool with all this. Oh my god, I gotta buy that. Clown wig balloons. Oh gosh. I'm a problem. Of course, I'm always a problem. I'm always a problem when I don't perfect a 2TC run or 2 megaboss run. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of the new update so far. Are you excited to continue playing more of it? Let me know down in the comment sections below of what your favorite factor of Update 44 is. It could even be the fact that you like Dream State Psy.
Let us chase dreams together.
Who honestly is very visually similar to regular Psy. Just the fact that Psy now has a dreamy coat along them rather than their usual meditating coating to them. Thank you all so much for watching and take care of yourselves, everybody.